Hey everyone, Max Keller here, Save Your Home Buyers, Save Your Publishing House. Recently, we had a student come into our program and she was suffering from low response rate. And it wasn't for lack of experience. You know, this lady has tons of experience, multiple real estate businesses on the Northeast, been doing this a long time. But for whatever reason, the stuff that she was sending out, the response rate was just getting lower and lower. And about 1% is what she was getting on this particular probate mailing. So she came to us to try to figure out what to do about it. And first question I asked her was, I was like, okay, well, are you making money at 1% response rate? She's like, yeah, I'm making money on it, but I'm worried if it keeps going lower, then, I won't. And obviously we want the response rate to be as high as possible. And, this is a big issue for a lot of people. And I hear about this in my masterminds, nationwide. It's just, people are like kind of frozen. They're frozen with fear. They're getting a lot of mail. They don't know who to trust. It's, nobody's really standing out. And so that's one of the problems that we solve for our students. And so what we did with her is we said, okay, why don't we just take your probate letter just the way it is, don't change a thing. But, she licenses one of our book systems from us. And I said, is your book and a picture of you with your book on the letter? And she's like, no. I said, okay, well, let's do that. That's what she did. She put a picture. I've got a copy of my book here. It doesn't have my face on it, so that's a shame. But, just like a little picture like that, like, hey. And so it's a friendly smile. It's her. They get to see her, which, normally isn't on a letter. And then they see this book, and it's like, it's curiosity. They're like, well, what's in here? And it says on the statement at the bottom of her letter, it says, hey, if you're not ready to sell your house yet, but you want to get some education, some information on what your options are, I wrote this book. It's $12.99 normally, but if you give my office a call, I'll give you a copy for free. And so guess what happened when she did that? Do you think her response rate went up or down? Yeah, it did. It went up. That's correct. Good job. Went up to about 3%. First glance, when she told me that, she said that on one of our weekly member calls, and I was like, oh, wow, that's really cool. And then after the call, I kind of thought about it a little bit longer because there was just a lot going on. I'm like, okay, wait a second. 1% to 3% is what percentage increase? Well, I was a math teacher, and it's 3x, which is 300%. And it's like, okay, she increased her response rate 300%, and she didn't have to send it out to any more people. She didn't have to change like the main body. She didn't have to stack 1,400 lists. And I'm not saying that all that stuff doesn't work. What I'm saying is that it didn't take a lot of effort for her to put that picture of her with the book that she already licensed with us. She already had that set up, and it had a huge gain. So what's the takeaway? Well, if you're suffering from this and your response rates are lower, it's costing you money. If the response rate gets too low, you can't make money on your marketing. And, what about paying your office staff? What about paying your salary? What about, planning for future growth and all the things that you want to do with your office? So it's definitely something like we don't want to take lying down. So that's the idea. Just think about, well, Max, I don't have a book. Well, it doesn't have to be a book. That's what we use, but it can be a how-to video. It can be an ebook. It can be an invitation to a webinar. But what else can you offer on what you're already doing that positions you as more of an educator, as more of a consultant, more of an advocate for the people that you're marketing to? And if you do that, try it, consider it, and get those response rates up. You deserve it. So, anyways, I hope that helps. It's just something that was on my mind that I wanted to share. Until next time, talk soon. Later. Bye.